In this video, I'm going to show you the best external SSD you can get at every price range. No matter your budget, I will help you find the best pick for your needs. Let's go. First, we are going to take a look at the best options in the under $100 range. First, we have the Crucial X8. This solid-state drive is built like a small brick with its aluminum unibody, which gives me confidence it can survive its claimed 7.5-foot drop. Speeds are great, hitting that 1050 megabytes per second mark for really fast file transfers, but I did notice the metal casing can get a little warm when I'm moving huge files for a long time. It is definitely beefier than the Kingston XS1000, but the all-metal construction feels much more durable than the plastic on the WD My Passport. Next, we have the WD My Passport SSD. While it also delivers speeds up to 1050 megabytes per second, its biggest selling point for me is the built-in 256-bit AES hardware encryption for keeping my files private. The drive has a unique metal and plastic wave design that feels quite stylish and is lighter than the Crucial X8. Though it only claims to have drop protection up to 6.5 feet, that plastic build does not feel as tough as the Crucial, but having that password protection ready to go is a massive bonus the other two drives just do not have. Finally, we have the Kingston XS1000. I was genuinely surprised by how incredibly tiny and lightweight this solid-state drive is. It is half the size of the other drives and basically disappears in a coin pocket. It keeps up with the others by offering speeds of up to 1050 megabytes per second, but the trade-off for its small size is a full plastic casing and a noticeably short included cable. If your absolute top priority is something you can carry around and forget it's even there, this drive is the clear winner, as long as you can live with a less premium feel than the Crucial X8. Next, we're going to take a look at the best options in the $100 to $200 range. First, we have the Crucial X10 Pro, and this thing is an absolute speed demon, hitting up to 2,100 megabytes per second, which absolutely demolishes the other two drives in pure performance. The catch is that you need a very specific USB 3.2 Gen 2 X2 port on your computer to see those speeds, otherwise it will run much slower. It shares the same tiny and premium feeling aluminum body as the X9 Pro with a great IP55 dust and water resistance rating, making it the choice for pure speed if you have the hardware for it. Next, we have the SanDisk Extreme, which has been the go-to rugged drive for years and for good reason. With its tough rubberized shell and a super useful carabiner loop, it delivers solid speeds of up to 1050 megabytes per second, putting it right in line with the Crucial X9 Pro for everyday performance. While it is noticeably larger and heavier than both of the Crucial drives, and can get a little warm during heavy use, its reputation for durability is hard to beat. Finally, we have the Crucial X9 Pro, and this drive really feels like the perfect middle ground in this competition, offering a fantastic balance of features. It gives you the exact same 1050 megabytes per second speed as the SanDisk, but it's packed into an impossibly small and light aluminum chassis that feels much more modern. You get the same excellent IP55 dust and water resistance as its faster sibling, the X10 Pro, making it a more compact and sleek alternative to SanDisk without sacrificing speed or durability. Next, we're going to take a look at the best options in the $200 to $300 range. First, we have the Samsung T9. This drive claims blazing fast speeds of up to 2,000 megabytes per second, but you will absolutely need a specific USB 3.2 Gen 2 X2 port to even get close to that. So on my regular ports, the speed was cut in half. The rubberized shell feels great in the hand, offers excellent drop protection from up to 3 meters, and it comes with both the cables you will need right in the box. While it looks sleek, I did notice it gets surprisingly warm during large file transfers, though its dynamic thermal guard is meant to manage this and prevent any major slowdowns. Next, we have the SanDisk Extreme Pro. Like the Samsung T9, this drive also aims for that 2,000 megabytes per second mark, and also requires that less common USB 3.2 Gen 2 X2 port, making them direct competitors in speed. What sets it apart is the fantastic build quality with a forged aluminum body that acts as a heatsink, plus it has an IP55 rating for water and dust resistance, which gives me more peace of mind than the T9 when I take it outdoors. While the built-in carabiner loop is super handy for clipping it to a bag, I found that even with its metal body, this drive can also get quite hot when you're pushing it hard for a long time. Finally, we have the OWC Envoy Pro FX. This one is the speed demon of the bunch, using a Thunderbolt connection to reach insane speeds up to 2,800 megabytes per second, which is noticeably faster than both the Samsung and SanDisk if you have a Thunderbolt port. The build quality here is on another level entirely. This thing is a rugged aluminum brick with an IP67 waterproof and dustproof rating and military-grade drop protection that makes the others feel fragile. The biggest drawback for me, however, is the captive cable. Because while you can never lose it, you also cannot replace it if it ever breaks, and its tank-like build makes it the heaviest and bulkiest drive of the three. Next, we're going to take a look at the best options in the $300 to $450 range. First, we have the Glyph Atom Pro. This drive is an absolute speed demon, hitting read speeds near 2,800 megabytes per second in my tests, but you have to remember that it achieves this through a Thunderbolt 3 connection, not a standard USB port. It feels incredibly tough with its military-grade shock and dust resistance, making me feel confident just tossing it into my camera bag for a day of shooting. While it is the fastest drive here by a long shot, it is also the priciest for the storage you get, and its reliance on the less common Thunderbolt connection makes it less versatile than the other two options. Then there's the OWC Express 1M2. This is a different beast entirely, as it's a DIY enclosure that lets you bring your own NVMe SSD. It boasts blistering speeds of over 3,100 megabytes per second, but achieving that requires both a fast drive in-seed and a computer with a USB 4 or Thunderbolt port, as performance will scale down with slower connections. It's built like a tank from aircraft-grade aluminum, which also doubles as a heatsink to keep your drive cool under load, ensuring consistent performance. If you want ultimate control over your storage and the ability to build the fastest possible bus-powered drive, the Express 1M2 is a fantastic choice for pros and enthusiasts who want to push the performance envelope. Finally, we have the Samsung T7 Shield. This model feels like it was built to survive just about anything, with its grippy rubber shell providing great drop protection and a best-in-class IP65 dust and water resistance rating. Its speed is capped at around 1050 megabytes per second, which is half the speed of the Crucial and significantly slower than the Glyph, but its real advantage is how it maintains that speed without slowing down on very large file transfers. For the price, this is the most reliable and compatible drive of the bunch, plugging into almost any device and giving you predictable, steady performance, even if it can't win a drag race against the others. Next, we are going to take a look at the best options in the over $450 range. First, we have the Samsung T5 Evio. This drive gets you an absolutely massive amount of storage, up to 8 terabytes, packed into a really tough rubberized body with a metal loop that feels like it could survive anything. The big surprise for me was the speed, which is capped at a SATA-like 460 megabytes per second, making it significantly slower than most modern, portable solid-state drives in this price range. So while you get enormous capacity in a durable brick, you're sacrificing the quick transfer speeds you'd get from the other two drives, making this best for massive, slow, and steady backups rather than daily high-speed work. Next, we have the WD Black P50. This thing is a speed demon, easily hitting its advertised 2,000 megabytes per second read speeds, which makes transferring huge files feel almost instantaneous. The industrial all-metal design looks fantastic and feels incredibly durable, but it does get noticeably warm to the touch under heavy load, and you really need a computer with a USB 3.2 Gen 2 X2 port to get that top-tier performance. Compared to the Samsung, the P50 is in a completely different universe for speed, trading raw capacity for pure performance that gamers and video editors will absolutely love. Finally, we have the Sabrent Rocket XTRMQ. What I really like about this one is its incredible flexibility, using a single port that automatically switches between ultra-fast Thunderbolt 3 for my main computer and standard USB for connecting to other devices. It uses QLC memory to hit those huge capacities, which means I did see a significant drop in write speed during very long file transfers once the drive's cache was full. It cleverly splits the difference between the other two, offering way more speed than the Samsung T5 Evio and more connection options than the WD Black P50, making it a great all-rounder if you can live with the potential write speed dips on huge projects. Thanks for watching. I hope this video was helpful to you. If you found this video to be helpful, leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this in the future.